Have you ever wondered how a tiny, isolated country with no natural resources and harsh geography could rise to become one of the wealthiest nations in the world? Today, we're going to explore the fascinating journey of Liechtenstein, a country that defied all odds. A humble beginning in the Alps, Liechtenstein is a small country located between Austria and Switzerland, covering just 160 square kilometers. In the early 19th century, it was a largely forgotten piece of land. Its mountainous terrain made it difficult for people to farm or build infrastructure. Unlike other European nations, Liechtenstein had no access to the sea or significant natural resources like coal or oil, which were driving industrial growth at the time. The country's economy relied heavily on subsistence farming. The harsh winters and limited arable land meant that food production was low, and the people often faced food shortages. The population was small, and opportunities for trade or growth were almost non-existent. For decades, Liechtenstein struggled to maintain its independence, relying on larger neighbors like Austria for economic and political support. A struggling nation, throughout the 1800s, Liechtenstein's economy remained stagnant. The country was part of the Holy Roman Empire for centuries, but its significance was minimal. Even when the Holy Roman Empire dissolved in 1806, Liechtenstein didn't gain much from its newfound autonomy. The ruling princes rarely visited their territory, and for most of its history, the land was considered unimportant and too poor to bother with. Liechtenstein's challenges intensified after it joined the German Confederation, which brought some political stability but no economic relief. The Industrial Revolution, which transformed much of Europe, bypassed Liechtenstein. The country lacked the infrastructure and resources to industrialize. Its economy depended on Austria-Hungary, but this dependency left it vulnerable to political and economic instability. When World War I began, Liechtenstein's situation worsened. Though it remained neutral, it was lumped in with the Central Powers due to its ties with Austria-Hungary. The war disrupted trade routes, and food supplies from Austria stopped. The small nation found itself in a dire situation, struggling to import even necessities. By the end of the war, Austria-Hungary had collapsed, leaving Liechtenstein without an economic lifeline. A lifeline from Switzerland. In the aftermath of World War I, Liechtenstein faced an uncertain future. Its economy was in shambles, and its people were struggling to survive. With Austria unable to provide support, Liechtenstein turned to its other neighbor, Switzerland. In 1924, the two countries signed a customs union, which proved to be a game-changer. This agreement allowed Liechtenstein to adopt the Swiss franc as its currency, stabilizing its economy. It also gave Liechtenstein access to Switzerland's trade networks, providing opportunities to import and export goods more efficiently. This partnership marked a turning point, helping Liechtenstein gradually recover from its economic troubles. The customs union also helped Liechtenstein reduce its administrative costs. Many government functions, such as border control and postal services, were outsourced to Switzerland. This arrangement freed up resources that could be used for economic development. The power of bold decisions. Liechtenstein's leaders realized that relying solely on traditional industries like farming wouldn't be enough. The country needed a new strategy to attract investment and create jobs. In the 1920s and 1930s, the government implemented a series of bold economic reforms. Taxes were lowered to almost negligible levels, making Liechtenstein an attractive destination for businesses. One of the most significant changes was the introduction of laws that allowed foreigners to register companies in Liechtenstein. These companies didn't have to conduct business within the country. They only needed to pay a small registration fee and minimal taxes. This made Liechtenstein a tax haven, drawing businesses from around the world. The government also encouraged the development of financial services, including banking and trust management. These reforms laid the foundation for Liechtenstein's transformation into a global financial hub, overcoming challenges. Despite these reforms, Liechtenstein's journey to prosperity wasn't smooth. The country faced numerous challenges, including natural disasters and economic downturns. The The Great Depression of the 1930s hit Europe hard, and Liechtenstein was no exception. Unemployment rose, and many businesses struggled to survive. The situation worsened during World War II. Although Liechtenstein remained neutral, the war disrupted trade and caused economic hardship. To make matters worse, a massive flood in the 1940s destroyed much of the country's infrastructure, including roads and bridges. Yet, through it all, Liechtenstein's leaders remained committed to their vision of economic growth. They invested in rebuilding infrastructure and focused on attracting foreign investment. One of the most significant developments during this period was the construction of hydroelectric power plants. These plants provided the energy needed to support industrialization, helping Liechtenstein modernize its economy. A nation of innovators, after World War II, Liechtenstein experienced rapid economic growth. The country's small size, once a disadvantage, became an asset. With a population of just a few thousand people, the government could implement policies quickly and efficiently. Corruption was minimal, and decision-making was streamlined. Liechtenstein's industries began to thrive. Instead of competing with larger countries in mass production, Liechtenstein focused on niche markets. The country became known for producing high-quality, specialized goods, such as precision tools, dental equipment, and advanced sensors. These products were in high demand globally, allowing Liechtenstein's businesses to compete on the world stage. Today, Liechtenstein produces 20% of the world's dentures, and its precision instruments are used in industries ranging from aerospace to healthcare. This focus on quality and innovation has helped Liechtenstein maintain its competitive edge. The financial boom. While its manufacturing sector flourished, Liechtenstein's financial sector experienced even greater growth. By the 1970s, the country had become a top destination for banking and financial services. Its strict banking privacy laws attracted wealthy individuals and businesses from around the world. Liechtenstein became a hub for managing trusts, holding companies, and other financial structures. This reputation as a financial haven brought in significant revenue, allowing the government to maintain low taxes while providing high-quality public services. However, this success wasn't without controversy. In the early 2000s, Liechtenstein faced international criticism for its role in facilitating tax evasion and money laundering. Several high-profile scandals brought the country under scrutiny, leading to pressure from organizations like the OECD. In response, Liechtenstein reformed its banking laws, increasing transparency and cooperation with international authorities. While these changes initially slowed the growth of the financial sector, they ultimately strengthened the country's reputation as a legitimate financial center. Global integration. Liechtenstein's economic success was further bolstered by its integration into the global economy. In 1991, the country joined the European Free Trade Association, EFTA, gaining access to new markets. This was followed by its entry into the European Economic Area, EEA, in 1995, which allowed Liechtenstein to trade freely with EU member states. These agreements open up opportunities for Liechtenstein's businesses to export their products and services to a broader audience. The country's manufacturing sector, which already relied heavily on exports, saw significant growth. By the early 2000s, Liechtenstein had one of the highest per capita export rates in the world. The financial sector also benefited from this global integration. With easier access to international markets, Liechtenstein's banks and financial institutions expanded their services, attracting clients from around the globe. Living the Liechtenstein dream. Today, Liechtenstein is a shining example of how a small country can achieve remarkable success. Its citizens enjoy one of the highest standards of living in the world, with access to top-notch healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Unemployment is virtually non-existent, and crime rates are among the lowest globally. The country's economic stability and strong social safety net ensure that all citizens have opportunities to succeed. Despite its wealth, Liechtenstein has managed to maintain a strong sense of community and environmental stewardship. The government invests heavily in sustainability, promoting renewable energy and conservation efforts. This commitment to preserving its natural beauty ensures that future generations can continue to enjoy the benefits of living in this prosperous nation. What can we learn from Liechtenstein? Liechtenstein's story is a testament to the power of smart policies and strong leadership. Despite its small size and lack of natural resources, the country has achieved economic success by embracing innovation and adapting to global challenges. Its leaders recognize the importance of creating a business-friendly environment, attracting investment, and fostering industries that could thrive in a competitive world. They also understood the value of partnerships, leveraging their relationship with Switzerland to build a stable and prosperous economy. Liechtenstein's journey shows us that with the right policies and a commitment to progress, even the smallest nations can overcome challenges and achieve greatness. If you enjoyed learning about Liechtenstein's incredible journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Join us next time as we explore more amazing stories from around the world.